Hey guys, this is Mr. Betts, and we're going to take a look at greatest common factor today with one quick example and a couple practice problems. So here is our first example, our one example here. It says find the greatest common factor of the pair of numbers below. So we're going to find what factor is in common between the numbers 36 and 24. What is the greatest common factor? Alright, we're going to use the factor tree method here because that's what we've been doing in class. So we're going to start off by making a factor tree for both 36 and 24. Remember, when you start your factor tree, you can start wherever you want, any two factors that you can think of that multiply to 36. I typically start with the smallest factor I can think of, which is 2. I know that 36 is even, so I know that 2 goes into 36. And if I think about numbers that multiply to 36, 2 and 18 is what I end up with. Now I need to break apart 18 because I'm trying to find the prime factors that multiply to 36. It's called the prime factorization. So if I break apart 18 into 2 and 9, and then break apart 9 into 3 and 3, I look at the leaves of my factor tree, and 3, 3, 2, and 2 are all prime factors. So I go ahead and I write what's called a prime factorization, which is a multiplication sentence with all of those prime factors. So I have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And this is the prime factorization of 36. Remember, if I multiply these four numbers together, I end up with my original number, which is 36. We want to do the same thing now with 24. So we can start with any numbers that we want. Again, over here I started with 2, but I want to show you that you can start with anything you want. So we could start with 4 and 6, if those are the first numbers that come to your mind. But now 4 is not prime. Remember, prime means divisible only by 1 in itself. So we can break 4 into a multiplication of 2 and 2. And we can break apart 6 into 2 and 3. Alright, so now our prime factorization for 24 is 2, 2, 2, and 3. So we write a multiplication sentence: 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And now we've got our prime factorization of 36, our prime factorization of 24, and now our goal here is to find the common prime factors, any common prime factors. So we have 1, 2 over here, and 1, 2 over here, another 2 over here, and another 2 over here, and a 3 over here, and a 3 over here. We only have one 3 left here, but no more 3s left here, and we have a 2 left here with 24, but no 2s over here. So now our greatest common factor is found by multiplying the 3 factors that are in common between both. So 2 times 2 times 3. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. So our greatest common factor, our GCF, is 12. And that's the final answer. Now, if you want to take a look at some practice problems, here are 4 practice problems that you guys can try. Start off easy and work their way to hard. Number 4 is the hardest one. So if you have questions on any of those, come see me during study hall.